on today's Minute of the Apes, so Todd was stuck in a hotel room with a celebrity, and that person had to pee in front of him, and he was a big gentleman about it.
She didn't.
I said celebrity. I kept gender out of it. You want to start again?
No, I'll fine. I'll say she didn't pee in front of me. She peed behind me.
Oh, okay.
That's all I wanted to clear up, and that's all I'll say.
You were in front of her, protecting her.
Yes.
But you had your back to her. All right.
Yes.
So let's listen to the minute.
They greenlit the sequel without a story in mind. They just wanted to equal an unexpected gold mine. He said, oh no, as Heston said, I got to go. These are just some of the facts you ought to know as we go. Beneath the Minute of the Apes. Beneath the Minute of the Apes. Beneath the Minute of the Apes.
The only good human is a dead human.
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, 1 minute at a time. It's Thursday. It's minute 89, where the end is near. Is it near?
And is nigh?
I'm going to run to the bathroom. You want to keep your back to me real quick?
Yeah, I will.
Will you guard the door for me?
Yeah.
I will always guard the door for you too.
And
Anytime.
I will always guard you.
What if it's more than pee?
Okay, no.
He only goes for number ones, not for number twos. Once he hears a plop, he's out of there.
He's done.
No. Once he hears, he's done.
I'm a gentleman only to a point. Okay. Besides all the weird things that have occurred to me, what's going on in minute 89?
All right, we're going to start minute 89 with Taylor stroking Nova's hair and ends with Zaius reaching down to pick something up.
Let's take a listen.
Taylor. Come on. The bomb. Yeah. Why not?
They are out sheep.
All right, as of minute 89, we have 3 living humans, a psychor of telepaths. Actually, 2 living humans, I'm sorry. A psychor of telepaths, 5 dead humans, 1 dead ape, a bunch of dead telepaths, a shrewdness of apes, and a gaggle of
The
humans.
death of humans just went up.
We are racking up the point total.
The numbers are finally moving on the tally here.
Did anybody put some money down in Vegas on how many people would be dead by the end of this movie?
No, but I have a feeling if you're playing Price is Right numbers, always go low. You don't want to go over.
Okay, so we get more stupid shit in this. We get Brent's Taylor, come on, the bomb. What does that mean? What does that mean?
They're just trying to make a song.
So
Taylor, come on, the bomb.
In the previous minute, Taylor said, I should let them all die. The gorillas, everyone, every damn one. What if it comes to... And then he says something kind of inaudible. Brent says, Taylor, come on, the bomb. And Taylor goes, yeah. And then also says something else inaudible,
yeah. Unedible.
It's Thursday, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I put my 3 in here.
There's 8 beers open.
Technically,
this was a really amazing. Could have been an amazing moment for him to have.
Agreed.
A speech about what her death, what society's become, where it's going, what's about to happen.
And it's a bit Serling. And this is not to put down Dane, because I will stand by Dane on the next 3 films. Whether we get Dane having some more time to write this, or if Serling had put in, Serling definitely would have put his Twilight Zone.
A morality
right,
story
there's a morality moment here. You're absolutely right. That's what it's missing. Taylor just turns because of obviously his hoochie's dead. But he's the one that all along is pontificating on what this all means, and he should have said something.
I feel like this moment was... We know Heston didn't want to come back for this film.
Right.
And I think if he had truly wanted to come back to this film, he would have demanded something more in this moment. This feels like for who Charlton Heston was. We just talked about actors and the egos. That he would not have let this moment go by without having that speech that people would remember.
Right.
About the death of Nova, about the death of society.
I mean, you should have been talking about the death of the future or whatever.
It's
like,
here.
There's no promise for humanity or apeanity or whatever.
This is his motivation was the death of Nova, and it should have been here. Instead, he just goes, "Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
meh."
Well, okay, but let's be honest. The first film, we can say what the first film was about. It was about the way that we create war.
Man's inhumanity in a man.
Inability to handle themselves, what violence begins
our
violence.
natural destructional tendencies.
Right. And basically then we get into the race elements. There are all kinds of things that are being said in that film. And when we did say when we watched the first film, perhaps it tried to take on too much. It could have stripped down a little bit and been a little bit more clear even with what it wanted. This film strips away everything. What is this film about? And I know we've brought up that it's about that it has nods to Vietnam. It has nods to certain things. What is this film about?
What's the central theme of it?
And at least in this moment, to your point, Richard, if they'd given that, it could have been about something. You could have found a way to tie it together. And it doesn't even have to be a long soliloquy. It could be a simple speech of, that echoes back to the things he said before. That with you, I had hope. With you, I had this, and now I have nothing.
Dane had a little more for him here, but not much. He said, I should let them all die, not just the gorillas, everyone, every living thing, us too. Look at how it all ends. It's time it was finished. I mean, that would have been more, but I even wanted more than that.
Well, right there. What if Taylor went nuts and he ran off to go do the bomb on his own and Brent had to stop him? Now you've created jeopardy. You could do that. He's gone completely the opposite cuckoo pants.
I know, but so Taylor is in the future. He's already lost 3 of his shipmates. He knows he's on Earth. He knows it's Earth in the future. He knows there's humans on there, apes that can talk. But the one woman that he knew is dead, and so now he wants to kill the entire world. That's a little extreme reaction.
I agree.
He sees no hope. He sees no nothing. But
no hope for him. But that doesn't mean there can't be hope in the future.
But he could have said that motivation. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear him say that he saw no future.
And I think that if they had given him that, I lost my home. I lost everything.
If you said, I've lost all my crewmates, I've lost all my friends, this is a savage world that gives no hope for the future, or something like that.
And at least with you, Nova,
you were my hope.
There was a glimmer.
Yeah.
And then he could look at Brent. And now there's nothing.
My one bright star in the universe is gone.
I mean, I almost would have rather if he went full psycho and killed Brent right here and went off on his own
and tried to set up the bomb himself.
One of the things I noticed, kind of rewatching this moment as we talked about this as well, is that Heston also seems to be wanting more dialogue. He does this thing where he kind of opens his mouth as if he's going to speak. And he's done it a couple of times too in the prison cell. I mean, Heston does this stuff where his mouth is kind of half open, where he's about to say something and nothing comes out of it.
He's gathering.
But it was
thoughts.
very obvious in this moment when he goes.
Well, that's his chewing the scenery, because he doesn't chew. He doesn't always have to be truly pontificating on something. He can just look around, and it's the importance of him doing it.
But he does it a lot of exasperated looks where his mouth is kind of agape.
Absolutely. There's such a missed opportunity that we start off with them not even. They have no plan. They have no opinion. They have no.
They're just trying to escape. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't even know where they're going to. They know there's an atomic bomb. They know it's Alpha and Omega. Why are they even trying to escape at this point? Why aren't they having a bucket of popcorn and going, "Hey, the end's here. We might as well just sit around and enjoy ourselves."
Okay, so it's at the 29 seconds that we jump to the next moment, but at the 27-second mark, we get just.
The Hall of Bus.
The 27-second mark, we get just a brief moment as Taylor walks away from Nova's body. And it's not even like a lingering shot. It's like there's Nova's dead body. Like there's nothing.
I thought the same thing that I wish.
I mean,
you thought he would have. It was a little rushed. It was already rushed.
You thought he would have given her one kiss last one? Something, close her eyes.
Close her eyes.
Something like that.
Exactly.
And then let the camera linger and she could be lining the bottom of the frame as we watch them leave. But something that also as an audience member, we need we need to say goodbye. And that's, it's the same as here I go quoting Star Wars again, but when Obi-Wan dies, we at least get the
Luke
no,
going, no,
the shriek of that, and the swell of the music, and Vader hitting. I'm sorry, I think I hit Richard's foot.
Catching the ropes with his foot.
That's our way to continue to say, is he dead? Is he gone? They did nothing like that here. We are simply severed from the story. There's no emotion in any of this.
Yeah, I mean, if she had been bleeding out and Taylor had been holding down the wound and she'd been crying,
why isn't he
stroking
covered
his
in her
hair,
blood?
Taylor, grabbing his face, Taylor, help me, or whatever.
Mean, how many? Okay, so you can go to True History with Jacqueline Onassis walking around, or Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis,
after Kennedy was shot
and having the blood on
all
her
over
dress.
her.
How? I mean,
And
the
she was in
images
shock,
you look at that and they're horrific. Because you can see the blood of the man she loved, even though we can all read the stories that there was trouble. If he should have that blood on him.
Imagine, Nova finds the wound on her body, wherever it is, and holds her hand up with blood on it, and then holds Taylor's face with
the
blood, and then the blood's on his face. Yeah.
Anything like that.
So at the 29-second mark, we jump to, and it took me a second to realize what I was looking at, right? Because it just jumps to the shot of what is supposed to be a bust.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
It's
the Hall of Heroes,
it's the
or
Hall
whatever.
of, Hall
Or Hall of
Mendes,
Presidents. Yeah.
Hall of
Hall of
Mendes.
Heroes.
And it's a shot to a bust, but this is a very unnatural bust.
Because it's silver painted.
Well, that's just it. It looks like a real person as opposed to what the rest of the bust in the hall.
It does. When it cuts to it, you almost think, do they have one of these people and they put silver protective paint on it?
I thought they had a robot.
Yeah.
I looked for a second, it's a robot.
Oh,
What's it about to do?
here's the new stuff. Here's where the robots come out and start fighting.
Why don't these look like plaster?
The
in a
rest
second
of them
they will.
Yeah. The rest of them do. This one does not. I did not know why they cut to this one ornate silver bust.
I
Kinda
wonder
looks like
if that's
Mendez.
supposed to be the newest one.
It may be. Yeah.
Maybe they
It looks like
fade with-
Mendez to me, and I
They
wonder if that's
fade
him.
with time a little bit, or they color them up. But then Dr. Zaius does the biggest, strangest, weirdest butt with the gun to hit the statue, and then you start to go, oh, so they made sure to make all the statues out of the crumbly stuff that they made the walls out of, because they just break apart so easily.
So Zaius and some of the soldiers are now in the Hall of Busts, Hall of Presidents, Hall of Dynasty, whatever's going on. And we have the shot of the silver one, and he says, "They're obscene!" And then comes crashing down with one of his own clubs to kind of break the busts. And then he and the rest of the guerrilla soldiers, for this moment, if the audience couldn't visually hear, could tell what was going on, they then kind of start destroying all of the busts.
Right.
And I
smashy.
I guess because they look like humans. Is that what he's
because he's saying they're
by?
obscene because it's a replica of a human instead of a replica of an ape, and humans are not supposed to be intelligent, so why are they making replicas of humans? So,
but this is once again
destroy them all. We have to destroy all evidence of humanity outside of ape-anity or whatever.
This is them shifting the gears on Zaius again. Zaius' character has been all over the place from the first film to then he became, Mr.
Well, we know he hated humans always.
Yeah, but he becomes Mr. Roper when he goes into the room with Zaius and Cornelius. I'm sorry, with Zira and Cornelius, he's just Grandpa Zaius. And, we have to do this. I need you to take care of things. And then all of a sudden now they're obscene. It's like, dude, which is it? What are you going to be? Who do you want to be in this movie?
I actually like the "they're obscene" line.
I do too.
But I wanted a line before it that said, "This is a travesty on apes. They're obscene." I would have liked a little more a line before, just letting me know why he thinks they're obscene. Not an entire
No, I totally agree with
entire
you.
soliloquy. Yeah, not an entire moment. Just a line or two more, letting me know.
Ape
why this
should
is
make
shocking
representation of ape. Man is a savage and can't do that.
And the first shot of this should not be that bust. It should be Zaius. Zaius should be who should we cut to, and he should be saying that. I like him being this way. I just wish he'd been this way all the way through, because and characters can be inconsistent. They can do things, and we can hear their hypocrisies. He's not even that. He's just.
I mean, think about
jacked.
it. We've had human displays in a museum in Planet of the Apes. That wasn't obscene. Even they were stuffed humans. But if you do a bust of a human, that's obscene.
Well, okay. If we saw a bust of an ape, we say it was
that's
obscene.
What I'm saying.
I would look at it and go, why?
If I saw
monkey bust?
a whole row of dog busts
Right.
of their heads, and they're all different, have different names of them. I wouldn't say that's obscene. I'd go, okay, somebody really likes dogs.
So they know what humans look like.